Hey, welcome everybody to the Market Update this week. I'm Nick Pompeian, and we're here at another very special episode. We're here with Dr. Holly Quimby Tremain at her new business, the Rochester Neuropsychology Services. Thanks for joining us today, Holly. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Sure. So I'm a pediatric neuropsychologist, and I evaluate kids from infancy up till young adulthood for suspected cognitive and academic difficulties. So that might look like difficulties with attention, focusing, learning, all that kind of stuff.
Wow, that's pretty awesome, especially in today's age with everything that we have going on. This is really great work that you're doing here. I guess another follow-up question to that is, how did you get into this?
So I was always interested in psychology in college and growing up in Rochester with the Mayo Clinic.
Sure.
Had a lot of medical interests, and so I kind of wanted to fuse my passion for medicine and psychology, and neuropsychology is the perfect fit.
Well, that's awesome. So you said you focus on pediatrics. Are there any other patient populations that you tend to focus on as well?
Yeah, so really I stick with the childhood frame, so little kids, toddlers, up until young adults, maybe people finishing college.
As a parent, now I have an 18-month-old, but as a parent or a child, if we wanted to use your services, what could we expect? Like, what would that look like? Would we come in and initially have a consultation? What would that process look like?
Yeah, so it definitely depends on the age of your child. Typically, the appointments are 3 steps. So once we meet with you and do an intake appointment, where we do about a 1 hour, where I meet with you, figure out what your concerns are. Then the next appointment, I spend almost a full day with your child. With your 18-month-old, it'll probably be a few hours.
Yeah,
You got
probably
breaks,
true.
snacks,
Yeah, definitely snacks are key, and maybe some toys there.
Yes, we've got a lot of fun stuff to engage the kids. But kids are in school. We want it to be kind of like a school day. So kids go to school all day, they see me all day, and I get to see what it's like for them in the morning, what it's like after lunch, and what areas they're really great at and they excel at because they want to find their strengths, and then what areas are harder for them and that we want to intercede and do some changes.
Wow, that's really awesome. So yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Dr. Hawley months ago, and I'm always curious, being a Rochester native, what drew you back here?
So my husband and I are both from Rochester,
Awesome.
Mayo grads,
Oh
go
yeah, go
Spartans.
Spartans.
And we both have family and friends here and just wanted to come back to the community. And for me, it was really important growing up here, doing all my training out east on the East Coast. I wanted to bring that back to Minnesota.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's a wrap for this week's market update. Dr. Hawley, I really, really appreciate the time. Any last words for us?
I don't think so.
Perfect. Well, one last thing I would just like to ask is, where can we find you if we need your excellent services?
Yes, at rochesterneuropsych.com. You can fill out a contact me form, and I will contact you to figure out what your needs are and if I'll be a good fit.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. We'll see everybody next week.